Hey, what's going on, guys?
Operating in the crypto space. Now, on the flip side, it is expected to be
It has just opened up for trading. The opening print, $381. That figure, that's up roughly 50-some percent. It's currently, you can see on our screens right now, trading at just about 386 and change at this point here. So let's just ballpark it because the numbers are huge. It's roughly 55% upside right now from the reference price of $250 per share. And it's now hit $390 per share. That's up $56 from that trade there. So remember, $385 or thereabouts was the general estimate, back of the envelope, if you will, for a $100 billion valuation for this on a fully diluted basis. It just means counting all the shares that could be out there issued for everything else. Let's bring in our own Leslie Picker right now, who's watched that opening trade happen. I'm seeing 394 figure right now. Leslie, this is just going higher and higher.
Yeah, Dom, at 381, it's 99.553 on a fully diluted basis for market cap. So you're right. The market really does like that nice round even $100 billion valuation for this company. Important to note that reference.
So as we've seen over the last few days, the crypto markets have been on absolute fire, killing it. Everything hit record highs yesterday. Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, all due in part to the anticipation of the Coinbase IPO dropping today on the NASDAQ. It opened up at $381 a share with a market valuation of $100 billion. That's epic, record setting. No company has ever been IPO'd at $100 billion on day one. Just to put that in perspective, Target, a well-known retailer that's been around for decades, household name, has a valuation of $100 billion. Goldman Sachs, one of the largest banks in the world, extremely well established, has a market cap of $117 billion. So for Coinbase, this little 8-year-old crypto company to debut at a $100 billion valuation goes to show the level of investment and belief that people have in the cryptocurrency market. So to all the skeptics of Bitcoin early on, all the skeptics of cryptocurrency, everyone who feels like it's just a huge bubble that's eventually going to pop and it's not going anywhere, today's Coinbase IPO is a slap in the face to those people because it put the final nail in the coffin at validating once and for all the fact that crypto is not only here to stay in the present, but it's going to be a major part of the future. You see, Coinbase is the longest running and most established crypto-only platform in the world. They're probably the very inspiration to why sites like Robinhood, Webull, and SoFi Invest even added crypto to their platform. And I heard analysts today during the IPO on CNBC saying, oh, it's only going to be a matter of time before a number of other crypto-only sites try to take market share away from Coinbase. But that's life. Life is about competition. Did we think Coinbase was going to just completely devour the entire crypto market share? No. We have sites like Binance, eToro, Gemini already trying to take away from what Coinbase is doing. But I like to compare it to a Netflix. Netflix had a head start in the streaming game, ahead of other companies like Disney and Hulu and Peacock and Paramount. Netflix was in the game first and had a major head start on those companies. And even though they're gaining market share in the streaming wars, Netflix was in the game and knew all the ins and outs of the streaming game. So I'd like to think that advantage gave them a huge leg up on the competition. Well, it's the same with Coinbase. They've been around since the very inception of crypto, and they'll be damned if another crypto-only platform is going to come and just eat their lunch. So I wouldn't get too worried about any other company fully taking market share away from Coinbase. Sure, they'll be competitors, but Coinbase knows all the ins and outs of the game. They've been around since the very genesis of crypto. So if you're a stock market investor and you're thinking about buying Coinbase stock, but you're a little doubtful because you think that new competitors are just going to come along and take market share away from Coinbase, don't worry about that. That's silly. There's always going to be competition in life. Where would Coke be without Pepsi forcing them to be better? Where would Facebook be if Snapchat didn't force them to add story mode? And think back on that Netflix example I just gave you. Once upon a time, Netflix was the one and only streaming service. Now you have a ton of other little streaming services fighting to take market share away from Netflix. And this has only forced Netflix to work 24/7 around the clock to maintain supremacy in the streaming game. So I think that Coinbase is here to stay. And even when new competition comes up with competitive rates or better services in any one aspect, it's going to force Coinbase to upgrade and update themselves over time. If it's one thing I know, it's that any pioneer in a particular industry, when they face new competition, they're going to continue to fight back to maintain supremacy and maintain their lead over those new competitors. So overall, as a stock, I like it. Coinbase is a company that I believe in for the long term, and I'm very heavily invested into crypto myself. Not just that, but it's now the only publicly traded stock that's related to cryptocurrency. So you're going to have a lot of people out there who can't afford Bitcoin, they can't afford Ethereum, they don't know which particular coin to pick. If they now invest in Coinbase, which is a lot more affordable, they have that exposure now into the entire crypto market. So it comes in very useful for that purpose. It adds exposure without necessarily having to spend Bitcoin money. And to anyone saying, well, I don't have to buy Bitcoin a whole share, or I don't have to buy a whole Ethereum. I could buy fractional shares and add exposure piece by piece and get started that way. Yeah, that's true. That's another option. But remember, when you buy Coinbase stock, it automatically provides diversified exposure to all the coins at once. So you don't have to buy piece by piece by piece. You buy shares of Coinbase stock, that's it. You have all of the coins now added into your portfolio at once. So yeah, I like it as a stock. I did buy one share right when it debuted in the opening minutes at 381. I'll probably continue to add more over time and average that down. And I love what it's going to do for the crypto markets. I said it before in this video, and I'm going to say it one more time. It has officially validated the fact that cryptocurrency is here to stay, and it ain't going anywhere. So to all you skeptics out there, you can just watch everybody around you get rich on crypto. You don't have to invest. But don't knock the next man for investing in it. All right? So that does it for this video. And please be sure to like and subscribe. And if you have anything to pitch in, you want to throw your 2 cents in, please do so in the comments down below. Thanks.